If you're in the market for a future classic, an E90 M3 might just be the car for you. Let me explain why.
The winner is Car Right!
So the first thing to note is the body styling on this vehicle. In my personal opinion, the E90, which is this, and the E92, which is the coupe edition, they are the best looking M3s ever produced. That is just my personal opinion. But I don't think many would disagree. This vehicle's so aggressive and sleek all at the same time. The aggressive front and rear bumpers, massively flared arches front and rear, and that gorgeous and all-important power bulge on the bonnet. It just makes the vehicle, certainly from this angle we're looking at it now, such a beautiful and aggressive looking car. They've absolutely nailed the design. Painted in Jerez black, which is a really nice black, but sometimes in this light it's like a dark purple or a blue. I think this car looks the absolute business. Upgraded 19-inch forged alloy wheels, again just setting this vehicle apart, making it look so sleek, sporty and aggressive. To complement the Jerez black, it's got the high gloss black shadow line exterior pack. So grills, A-pillars, door surrounds, all in that gloss black, just making it look really sporty and aggressive. And quad shiny exhaust pipes, who doesn't love that? It's such a good looking car. It almost is not quite retro yet, but it's not far off, but it still looks so good, so much presence. Yeah, I'm absolutely smitten with the how good this car looks. It is a really, really clean example. Let's jump inside, make some noise and see how we get on. Right, so you join me now for a good test drive and review inside of the E90 M3. A bit of a rare vehicle this, as I'm sure you could see on the exterior and the interior. It's a really nice colour contrast and combination. You've got the Fox red leather interior with the Jerez metallic black. What makes it so rare though, as I mentioned, is that gearbox. It is a manual box, which is brilliant in my opinion. When you think of M Sport performance cars, M3s, M2s like we just reviewed, they are driver's cars. They're meant to be properly driven, and a manual gearbox just is synonymous with what's expected when you jump in a driver's car, in brackets. This vehicle is one of 625 ever registered to the UK, so it is a rare example, and certainly one that does hold its value, and certainly something, if you look towards some of the older M3s, they are jumping up in price now, and I'm certain this car will do the same, because obviously the E90s and E92s were the only NA V8s. So as I mentioned, 4 litre NA, the S65 engine, producing 414 brake horsepower. It will launch you between 4.4 to 4.6 to 60, 155 mile an hour, top speed, I guess limited, and combined MPG 22.8. But if you're buying this car, you're not too interested in your fuel economy. You're really interested in one thing and one thing only, and it's that noise. Now, I want to stop talking really, and start listening, because my God, does this car have a good soundtrack. Let's take a listen. So we know how good this vehicle sounds. Now I want to open it up and just see what she's got under the bonnet, because as we discussed, 414 brake horsepower, 4 litre naturally aspirated V8. I do have an NA V8 myself, and I know the one thing to make sure of is you make the engines work. They're not lazy, but they need to be revved, and when you're in the power band 5,500, 5,000 onwards, my God, does this car just absolutely come alive. It's so electric. It's a completely different beast to what it is between 2,000 and 4,000 RPM. Oh, you can work these engines so well. Oh my God, that was electrically fast, that was. It's so much fun, this vehicle. Wow. Oh, and the downshifts. Oh, the noise for this car. It's very much like cocaine. It's quite Moorish, I think. I could rack up a very expensive full fuel bill very quickly in this car, and I wouldn't care a single bit, because my God, is this an absolute pleasure to drive. Manual box, V8, E90 M3. Does it get any better? I'm not sure it does. I'm really not sure it does. So alongside some of the exterior options, like we mentioned, those stunning 19-inch forged alloy wheels, we've got xenon lights on the front with high beam assist. However, when we jump to the inside, optional extras for this vehicle was over £8,000 worth of spec. It has loads and loads and loads of features. The first thing that catches everyone's eye is this gorgeous fox red leather interior. These seats and this colour contrast with the Jerez black make this vehicle stand out completely beautiful. So these seats are fully adjustable with memory function, so a really nice big option to have there. They're really comfortable as well, and they pretty much hold you in quite nicely. It's a really nice compromise between practicality, comfort and safety, certainly when you're pushing this car around some nice B roads like we'll do in a moment. Driver aids, I've got quite a lot available to me. So it's got EDC, so electronic damper control, a really big key feature to have. Obviously got 2 settings of that there available. It's got cruise control as well. It is the business upgraded navigation multimedia system, so an upgraded system there. It has got enhanced Bluetooth as well to make phone calls from. It's also got DAB radio on a 2008 registered car. I think it's a pretty rare feature in my opinion. As you'd expect, cruise control, climate control, aircon, all your other creature comforts, but this vehicle's really well spec'd. It's got just over £8,000 worth of spec standard. Jump on the website, all the full details for the breakdown of spec there. But I think the only thing left to do now is to give it a good spin. So we want to bring back a classic to the channel, something that we haven't done in probably 15, 20 videos now, Harry, I reckon. We do sound checks. We've done one for the exhaust. Beautiful sounding. But more importantly than that V8, there's 2 sounds that we need to address. The first one's the horn and the indicator noise. 2 really important things people need to consider when buying a vehicle. So we're in a bit of a secluded spot now, so we shouldn't alert any cyclists or dog walkers around, but oh, it's a bit too funky, isn't it?
Very funky,
yeah. Well, it's a 2-tone. It's got 2-tone horn. Of course, the BMWs have always got 2-tone, haven't they? First tone, a bit too excited. I don't know how I feel about that. I think it's too excitable. I think it's a big V8. You're better off just revving the engine, I think, aren't you? Yeah. So we'll skip it. Oh, we need to, I forgot we even rate them. 4.4 out of 10, I think, on that one. Bit disappointing. You're in a big V8. I mean, it needs to be, I'm not saying truck horn or like cruise ship horn, but it just needs to have a bit more weight to it. You know, you're in a big German V8. Act on! I feel like it needs to say or something, but anyway, indicators before we get cancelled. Good. Oh, I need to, hold on. So firstly, good stort noise. I like the stort noise, and the stort feels good as well. Like a good feedback and resistance, a good click to it. Very German, very well made. Now the actual indicator noise itself, clean.
Just clean, yeah.
Just clean. That gentleman was clearly in the car park the whole time. Must have just been wondering what we were doing, shouting German profanities and blaring the horn, but there we go. Part and parcel of doing these videos, I guess. Racing for the indicator, the stort weighs it quite significantly in its favour, I think. I'm going to go 7.3 out of 10 on the indicator. Do you have any, because I forget I used to ask you, didn't I, as well?
Yeah. 7.5, I think.
For the indicator?
Yeah.
Horn?
Horn, just same as you, 4.4.
I went 4. So I did go 4.4, didn't I?
Yeah.
I've forgotten how much I disliked the horn. I forgot what I gave the rating at. There you go. I think that's a... Oh, boot! Do you want me to do it? Let's do one take. Let's do a one take. Let's do it. I forgot we do boot. Ah, this is going to be a doddle. Absolute doddle. Pointless even doing this segment anymore, isn't it, really? Look at that. See you later. Just want to touch on the maintenance for this vehicle. Obviously very important when looking at one of these. This car's obviously had the all-important running in service. It's got 10 total service stamps across its lifetime, and it's on 87,000 miles. So a really well maintained and taken cared for example. Not only just the condition, but also the history as well, just alongside how good this car looks and how well it is presented. If you're in the market for something like this or something similar or future classic, I really think this needs to be a strong contender. I've been dying to get behind the wheel of one of these for quite a while now, and my God, have I not been disappointed. I have driven an E92 with, I think they had a DCT box in the time. That was good, but the manual just completely trumps it. It's such a good feel. It's a proper driving experience. And that's what you want. When you think BMW, as I mentioned, it's a driver's car. It is a proper driver's car, this. Loads of room in the back, loads of space in the boot as well, as you've just seen. I think you need to strongly consider it. Come and give it a test drive. It's now in stock, and I'm absolutely smitten. And I'm quite thankful because, what, we're 10 minutes off work, I reckon? So I got 10 more minutes behind the wheel. And just have a look at some of the roads we've got going on here. Manual E90 M3. That's a good day's work, I reckon. It's locked.